What's up, nation? Today let's talk about Target's employee newsletter that leaked out outlining their PS5 and Series X launch process and an amazing new tool that's going to allow you to see real-time inventory of the PS5 at your local Target. All right, everyone, so we got two very exciting pieces of information to cover today in regards to the PlayStation 5 launch at Target specifically. So the first news we're going to talk about is actually something that broke on another YouTuber's channel by the name of Jake Randall. He does a fantastic job covering the PS5 news, and he's been covering it very well all the way up to this point, so I do recommend his channel to check him out. He had somebody in his community actually send him an employee newsletter from Target that outlines the exact process of what the employees are being told and what to expect for Target's launch when it goes live. So we're going to walk through all of those details today. And then the second thing we're going to cover is actually another exciting tool that I uncovered from a different YouTuber by the name of Twisted Gaming TV, who also does great PS5 coverage. And he shared with us a tool that one of his fans passed on to him that actually allows you to see the in-store inventory of the PS5 at your local Target. So you'll know ahead of time to expect if your Target is getting any or if they're getting zero, and you'll know which store to actually have pre-selected for your pickup when it comes to this launch window. As soon as it goes live, you'll know which store ahead of time to pick based off their stock and their inventory. So huge tool, so stick around for all the details. Before we do hop into everything, I just want to quickly invite everyone to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and then make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we get closer to this PlayStation 5 launch. But with that, guys, let's dive into the details. Alright, so I want to start off by sharing the details of this leaked employee newsletter that came from Target, and it does appear that what they were claiming is exactly what the employees are being communicated. So it does appear that this is obviously going to be an online order only process. Sony did even confirm that themselves for the PlayStation 5 launch day, but then Target specifically is doing this at a store level inventory basis, and you just simply have to follow their in-app or online purchase method where you go and pay for it online and then pick up in store or drive up and have them bring it to you at that local Target, which is a really cool thing on how we're going to tie into finding which Target to pick, because you're not going to want to pick one that's not getting stock, or you're not going to want to pick one that has very low stock. So it's a really cool thing that we have this information ahead of time. So let's dive through the employee newsletter first. Get ready for the new video game consoles, Sony PS5 and Xbox Series X and Series S, to launch next week. Different from years past, in-store inventory of consoles are only available for purchase via pickup and drive-up on launch days. So it's even more important for teams to be prepared and deliver a safe and seamless experience for guests. There may be an opportunity for guests to get consoles shipped to their home from inventory in the FCs. Stores will not be fulfilling these orders via SFS with this launch. Exact launch time will not be shared with guests to ensure site stability. This week, inventory for Xbox continues to arrive, and you'll start to see PlayStation arrive. Keep in a secure offstage area located in electronic stockroom with camera coverage. Let fulfillment experts know where consoles are located, since inventory will not be on the sales floor on launch day. November 9th, tech consultants complete count adjustment task in the tech audit task list for Xbox. November 11th, tech consultants complete count adjustment in tech audit task list for PlayStation 5. Tech consultants partner with guest advocates to set signs on the virtual line ISM sandwich board and electronic service counter to educate guests on this online pickup/drive-up only offer. Signs arrive in the weekly ad package for the week of November 1st. If you anticipate guests lining up outside prior to open on launch days, inform them that consoles will only be available through order pickup, drive up, and ship to home, and ensure the virtual line ISM sandwich board is set outside in a visible location. Make sure all tech consultants can speak to launch plans to guests for leading up to launch days. Guests will only be able to purchase one console per transaction online. Fulfillment experts scheduled at 4 a.m. on launch day must pick clean before store open. Consider dedicating hold space near the service desk in a secure location. If available, schedule AP team member 30 minutes prior to store open November 10th and 12th to answer launch day questions or manage potential lines outside. Assign another leader if AP is unavailable. If there are lines forming earlier than 30 minutes before store open, make sure a leader in the building can speak to the launch plans and direct guests to Target app to purchase digitally. So that's pretty straightforward all in itself. I do think that it's something that kind of falls in line with really what we were expecting, since Target has, via their Twitter actually announced that they were only supporting these consoles to go live through their pickup in store or drive up option. So we were kind of expecting this, but it is nice to see that they are confirming that that is the only way to buy this console, and that even with that, they're probably still anticipating lines of people that are going to be forming outside, and even those people that camp outside are going to be informed that they have to complete the purchase online. So again, guys, it's not worth going and lining up in a store all night just to be told that you should have been at home in front of your computer actually trying to secure this console. So just keep that in mind. The other big takeaway that I did want to talk about is that it appears that they are saying one console per transaction. Now, hopefully that means it'll fight off some of the bot action. I do think that we will see that, since they are spreading it out at the store inventory level, and you can't just truly, reorder from the warehouse over and over, because the stores are going to run out right away. And I guess you could maybe, reconfigure your bot to then go pick a different store. But regardless, I think it's going to cut it down a lot. I don't think it's the same thing that we saw in the initial launch wave on pre-orders, where it was literally just one warehouse and then these bots were able to just refresh and reorder over and over. So I'm hoping that we see a lot of gamers that are actually wanting this console on launch day to be able to get one. And Target is definitely my first choice. If you haven't watched my other videos on Walmart and Best Buy, check those out as well. In case you're unable to secure a day one at Target, there are other options out there, and Walmart is another good one on launch day, because they've actually confirmed their times that the system will go live at this point. But that's going to be really your best strategy, is going to be to start with Target and then use the other retailers as a backup in case you are unable to secure one at launch. Now, the next thing we got to talk about is a fantastic tool that I had no clue was in existence, and it could be a real game changer for people to actually be prepared at the right store, because I have had comments and questions saying, like, how do we know all the Targets are getting stock, and do we know if it is every store? Am I safe to preset my store? Should I wait for it to go live and then try to set my store? And up until this point, I haven't really had a great answer for that, because Target hasn't actually said how they're distributing the stock across the different locations. Well, now we have an online tool that is called popfinder.com that will actually allow you to go in and plug in a zip code near you, and it'll pull up all of the Targets in your area, at which point it will actually list the amount of inventory that specific location is going to be receiving. So you will know this one has 20, this one has 30. So I'm going to walk you guys through that tool real quick now. All right, so this tool is called popfinder.com, and it has a number of different inventories that it's able to search. Target is the only one that I've actually had success showing the actual stock of each location on the PlayStation 5. I can't get the GameStop inventory checker to load for some reason at this point, and then all the other retailers on the PS5 stock were either showing 0 or null, which means that they just simply don't have the information on it. Now, I was able to do some research on this tool online too, and from everything that I can tell, as far as Reddit users who have used it and different people who have said that they're actually able to find stock this way, have reported this as a credible tool. And they said the only time where it's sometimes inaccurate is if you get, like, maybe there's one item left in the store's inventory, but it may have been stolen, and so it never got out of their inventory. So this does appear to be a great credible tool that you can use. So we'll click on Target Inventory Checker, and then you have your sections of different items that you can select here, so you can scroll back and forth. It does appear that this works for the Xbox Series X as well, so you will be able to go in and just pick whatever item it is you want to know about. We will pick the PlayStation 5 disc version, and then we will put in a zip code down here to actually pull up all of the stock of the local Targets around you. So I'm going to use a Kansas City zip code, which is not where I'm at, but I want to see, because they have a bunch of Targets around, so this is a good example to kind of show you what everything looks like at that inventory level across the different Targets. So once you search for it, you will see all the different store locations show up with their store numbers, and you'll see the stock of each one. So you have some at 28, 10, 30, 20, 16. There was a number of different ones, zip codes I was messing with earlier. Some of them did show 0, so I don't think this is going to be every Target that gets this stock, but definitely do your due diligence ahead of time go in and check your local Targets and make sure that you're set at a store already as your store according to your Target profile that is receiving stock. Because if you miss any time at this at all, I mean, if you don't have your store set and this thing goes live, then you can very well miss out, especially with a lot of these being 20 or 10 or less as far as total consoles available at this launch window. So it's imperative that everybody take the time to actually go through and check their local Targets and make sure that they're set to a store that is near them that they can hopefully just secure right away, and then have a fallback plan of a second store or a third store in case of the one that you're trying to order from just so happens to sell out immediately. So definitely a super useful tool. I'm very glad that this got circulated in the community, and I'm happy to share it. And again, I give all credit to Twisted Gaming TV for announcing this first. He was the first person that I saw shout this out on YouTube. So hopefully this helps out a lot of people get their console secured, and that way you don't have it set to a store that's not set to get any, or maybe a store that only has like 10 in stock, because that might be a little bit risky. So hopefully you can do what's best for you now that you have this new knowledge. And then I do want to reiterate that based off that employee newsletter, it has been abundantly clear that Target is not going to tell us the times that this will go live. They are concerned about their site stability, and they do not want everybody crowding the site at the same time. So if I were a betting man, it might not go live at a time that everybody is expecting it to go live. It very well could be a midnight, a 5 a.m., a 6 a.m. Like, if you want to be safe and really get this thing for sure, I think the best bet for everybody is to pull an all-nighter if you can. Obviously, people have work, so just stay as plugged in as you can during the day to online sources and stuff like that if you do end up having to work. But if you guys can take a day off or stay up online, and that's really going to be the #1 best bet if you're trying to secure a day one console at Target. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around till the end. I did want to invite you all to leave me a comment. Let me know where you're at right now in your hunt to secure a PlayStation 5 console. Have you already gotten one secured and you're just kind of watching this to stay up to date, or are you going to be pulling an all-nighter like me to try to secure one for yourself? And then also let me know if this tool that you use, Pop Finder, if you have any other information on it, or if you find it helpful. I would love to get that back and forth conversation started in the comments down below. And then just quickly, I want to invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation today. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content today, and then make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we get closer to this PlayStation 5 launch. We're 5 days away, guys, so it's super exciting. With that, I am going to end the video here. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.